So on today's video, we are doing a deep dive into Byron Center, Michigan. So stay tuned.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Kevin Irwin.
And I'm Ross Young.
We are local real estate agents here in the West Michigan area. If you are brand new to this channel, we go over anything and everything that has to do with living and thriving here in the West Michigan area. So if you're brand new, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification so you get notified every time we put a video out. And guys, just so you know, if you need help at all, whether you live here or you're moving in here, calls, texts, emails, every single week from people looking to relocate or make a move here in West Michigan. So do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are the guys that pick up the phone, so you're not going to get some goofy robot. Where are you guys? So let's jump into Byron Center real quick.
You know, I'm a little biased myself because this is my stomping grounds. This is where I'm from. I'm from a Hudsonville, Byron Center area, so I'm a little biased. You know, when you first go into Byron Center, what you're going to notice is it's going to be a very small town feel. And it's going to have a lot of rolling hills. You're going to have a lot of trees. It's not going to be as, I would say, crowded as what you'd feel. I can't really say crowded, but we'll say crowded for lack of better terms, as what Rockford, Ada is going to be. There's still a lot of farmlands in Byron Center, so you got more of the open feel.
Yep, and I will say, like, when I'm driving through Byron Center, it always surprises me. I purposely take different roads because you'll be driving along, normal houses, then bam, mansion. You know, it's just, there's so many hidden treasures here in Byron Center. I would say, you know, a lot of the people that are living here is, you know, the medical mile because of proximity of where Byron Center is to Grand Rapids.
I would say the biggest draw for Byron Center is location. Yes. Because you have M6 that runs right on the north side of Byron Center. You have 131 that's right on the east side of Byron Center. You have 186 over on the west side of Byron Center. You're connected to everywhere. Not only that, but you're close to Granville, which is going to have the Rivertown Mall and all the shops and stores and everything there. But right in Byron Center here, you have the new Tanger outlets.
Yes.
And that is massive. That is massive for the industry, massive for shopping. And you have everything right nearby in Byron Center to do whatever you want.
Yeah. And a really cool thing that they added a couple of years ago is called Grand Prix go-karts. This is a 21 and older go-kart track. The go-karts go, what do they go, 30, 40, 50 miles an hour on this indoor track? So you got to be of age to get in there. I believe they do serve alcohol if you're not going to drive. You know, so it is an adult-friendly go-kart track, so you better check that out. So from here, we're going to go downtown Byron Center so that we can show you guys what downtown looks like and actually go vlog this community. So let's go. All right, so we got so excited to show you guys downtown, we totally forgot to talk about the park we're in.
We are in Whistle Stop Park. You have ball diamonds everywhere. You have baseball, softball, soccer, football, all that stuff right in this park. And there's a lot of trails. Well, a dog park actually over on the west side over there as well.
Absolutely, and right down the road is the community center.
I don't know any other areas in West Michigan that offer a community center for the people that live in their township.
Right.
And you get a discount if you live in Byron Township to this community center. Now, not to worry, there's other areas around here that offer very similar products like YMCA and things like that. But there's an indoor track, there's a weight room, there's ellipticals, treadmills. They offer a lot of classes like dance classes and things like that. So it's really a good way to connect with the community.
Yeah, so if you're an outdoor lover, this park, the community center in this area, is a great place to be if you live in Byron Center. So before it starts raining on us, let's go check out downtown Byron Center.
Let's go.
All right, so we are downtown Byron Center now. A couple things you're gonna notice. One, it's a little loud here. The main drag going through Byron Center is actually a straight shot out to the highway right by Tangler Outlets.
Yep, this is actually called 84th Street. It's a main thoroughway through here, so yeah, you're gonna have some traffic through here.
All right, so as you're walking downtown, it really does have a good feel. Even though it's a little bit hustle and bustle of cars going through, it's a very homey feel. You've got small town feel. You've got Ace Hardware here. You've got a bunch of little shops. You have a bunch of mom and pop restaurants. And then if you want to get to the main stuff, it's really not that far away. It's literally like 5 minutes down the road.
Right.
So
another thing to note is Byron Center Meats. It is a meat locker down here in Byron Center, and it is actually really well known across West Michigan and across, you know, the Midwest. They have very good cuts of meat, and it's actually a very nice meat store in there too.
Absolutely. So there's multiple different places to eat to check out different breweries down here. Of course, you've got your McDonald's and stuff down here, but it's just a really nice feel. Now, obviously, you've got all this stuff. We've talked about the parks, we've talked about the landscape, we've talked about proximity to Grand Rapids a little bit. What kind of housing is here in Byron Center? We're gonna actually go see some of them because, like we said earlier, there is some insane houses that are just spidered throughout Byron Center, and a lot of that is because of the landscape, because of the hills, because of the it's just pretty. It just is.
And you got a lot of new developments. We're going to show you a couple of them too.
Yep. All right, let's go.
Let's get. All right, so one thing we didn't mention to you guys is right on 84th Street, the main stretch going through Byron Center, is the trailhead of Kent Trails. This trail goes all the way up to John Balzoon in downtown Grand Rapids. So it is a hefty trail. There's also a number of other trails. I think the Frederick Meyer Trail cuts right in, tees into this trail as well. Yeah, and guys, that's a common theme on all of our videos. West Michigan is a very outdoorsy community. You're probably gonna hear us say that in every single video. So if you're an outdoorsy person, you like having surprise storms coming in, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that you guys are gonna absolutely love about West Michigan. Absolutely.
All right, so now that we have, you know, figured out the landscape, figured out the parks, figured out proximity to Grand Rapids, let's talk about some of the housing options that you're going to find in Byron Center. Now, you're going to find a lot of different developments. Some of them are up and coming developments, so they've got multiple different stages to them being built. Right now, we're in railside development. You know, these houses are very nice looking, you know, not too close together. I mean, some of those developments you get that are super, super close together. And, you know, if you like that, that's fine. I'm not saying anything against it. We talked to a lot of people that don't want that. So you guys know there is room in between these houses. It's a very nice area. So let's show you some of them.
Another thing to remember is that Byron Center was established as a farming community. So you're gonna have a lot of old homes, you know, scattered throughout, the old farmhouses and stuff. And what's happening now is a lot of these farmers, you know, they're getting older, they're retiring, moving into something that's a little more conducive for their age. And so what they do is they sell their land and sell all the, you know, all the acreage, and then you get these developments. So a developer would come in, buy all the land, put all these houses in. That's a beautiful house right there. But then you also get estates that are scattered throughout the landscape. There is a lot of really nice houses in Byron Center.
Now, one of the things to keep in mind here in Byron Center is if you are looking to move to the area, maybe you are a medical professional or a doctor or a nurse, there's a lot of really good options here in Byron Center for you to escape the inner city, because obviously most medical hospitals are in the inner city, so it's nice to escape that when you're not working. Byron Center is a really, really good place to check out for that if you're in the medical industry.
So one thing we didn't mention in the other video is the proximity to the hospitals. We have Michigan Metro Health right on Byron Center Avenue, just north of M6 there, and that's a very big campus there with an emergency room, urgent care. They have, you know, it's a very, very nice medical facility. And then you have all the ancillary businesses that are around it, doctors' offices, podiatrists, orthodontists, everything, all that fun stuff.
So we are going to end up doing a specific video on the medical industry here in West Michigan, because to be honest, it is massive. So if you are at all thinking about looking to relocate somewhere and you are in the medical industry, you seriously have got to put West Michigan on the map to at least come check it out. So one of the things, like even in this development, you know, there's a golf course right in the middle of it. So you're gonna find developments like this spidered throughout, and these are very nice executive houses in here. So now we've kind of talked about, you know, some of the developments and stuff that are in Byron Center. Let's go check out some of those rolling hills we were talking about, some of those massive sprawling ranches with huge pole barns. Like, that's all here in Byron Center, so let's go look at some of it.
Let's go. being creepy just a little bit. Gotta bring you guys the houses.
So as you guys can see, you know, there's also a lot of areas in Byron Center that if you're looking for the country life, you're looking to get some acreage, you've got a lot of options out here. I mean, this is what we meant by rolling hills. It might be hard to see in the video, but a lot of these houses are up on hills.
On the side of hills, walkout basements.
All right, so we are on our way to one house that we absolutely have to show you guys because it's been being built for like 2 years now.
It's done, but they just added a big pole barn.
Okay, it's been going on for a while, and every time I drive by, it's just like, what?
Yeah.
So let's jump into the schools real quick. Byron Center schools are National Blue Ribbon certified.
Yep.
The new Byron Center High School is absolutely phenomenal. Ross and I took the drone up. We'll show that right now. It almost looks like there's gardens inside.
Yeah.
So there's like courts that you can go out and hang out with your friends or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what they're there for, but it's just Byron Center's done a really good job with their schools. So if you go ahead.
To give you guys an idea, Byron Center has 7 schools. Now, if you watch any of our other videos, Rockford has 12. Rockford has 8,000 students, but Byron Center is actually only at 4,000, so half the size of what Rockford is. Kind of give you an idea of the difference between, you know, different areas of Grand Rapids. Both very good areas to live in, both top-notch schools. It just depends on what you guys are looking for.
I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it is an absolute monstrous house. I mean, the pole barn itself looks like it's multi-millions of dollars. All right, so to recap for Byron Center, it is a very nice area. Don't expect to get super cheap housing here. There's probably gonna be a little bit of it, but the average price point for housing in Byron Center is right around $336,000. Realistically, it's more like $400,000. So that's Byron Center, guys. You know, if you got any more questions about it, we'd be more than happy to answer anything down in the comment sections. Again, if you're looking to move here, if you're interested in West Michigan, there's a lot more communities than just Byron Center. Check out some of our other videos. Just reach out to us. Numbers again right here. You can text us, you can email us, you can send a smoke signal. Whatever you got to do, we have your back. Yeah, not in this weather. We got your back even when it's downpouring rain, guys. Really appreciate you watching. Have a good one.